Sign up today for a 7-day free trial at alerts.chartguys.com. Hey crypto friends, checking in on the sector. So Bitcoin, after 3 daily inside bars in a row, broke those inside bars bearish. So what that tells us is our daily lower high has been set. So we're still watching the broader equilibrium on the daily chart. Higher low was set at 98.62. We weren't sure if this was our lower high or not, but now that these inside bars have broken bearish, we are sure. 10,460 is our lower high, and the bulls must hold 9,862 to stay in this tightening range. So it's entirely possible that the bulls do hold this level to start this week and then stay within this tightening range into the end of the week. And that would mean limited volatility, limited price action for Bitcoin, and altcoin bulls would like to see that happen, in my opinion, because the altcoins are allowed to do their thing without correlation interference when we trade sideways in Bitcoin. So that's pretty much all I'm watching in Bitcoin. I don't care about anything else with Bitcoin aside from these two price levels, 98.62 and 10,460, about a 6% range inside this range. Litecoin. So Litecoin's trying to get follow through. 73.24 was resistance, and we haven't broken that yet. So we are still in a weekly bear flag. The bulls still have to prove to us that it is not a weekly bear flag, and if they cannot get over 73.24, they don't prove anything to us, and the bear flag will remain. If we cannot break 73.24 and we drop down and break 67.10 support, that's a big red flag for me. So have to break that 73.24 level in order to get follow through. LTC BTC trying to change the daily trend. Resistance is 7084, and we're coming up to that level. So obviously the bulls want to see the first daily trend change in the Litecoin Bitcoin pairing in the last 6 weeks, and that has potential to follow through in the next couple of days. That's something to be watching. I have made entries, or I have added to my long-term no-touch positions in Litecoin and Ethereum this past weekend, at the end of this past weekend. And the reason being, I like the risk to reward of those positions. If our monthly higher low has been set, reward will be very nice. If it has not been set, I will stop out of these new entries if we break our recent lows. So it's not necessarily a no-touch position, but it is a long-term entry game plan. And because that is so much space to work with, LTC would have to drop 11% for a bear break. I'm using a smaller position size than I normally would. So I'm trying to add to the no-touch position if it is a successful monthly higher low. And if we do get some more follow through, then I will change that to a no-touch position, because right now I do have stops on those positions at our recent lows. So for Ethereum, Ethereum is much stronger than Litecoin, just looking at the two. The daily higher low was broken 2 days ago, or I should say the daily higher high, by getting over 186, and we made it all the way up to 195. So almost 5% of follow through, some increasing bull volume, and space. The bulls have space to work with where anything above 173.70 will be a daily higher low, keeping those bulls in full control. So strength right now, Ethereum definitely stronger than Litecoin, and its Bitcoin pairing is breaking out on the daily after this daily trend change. Again, 2 days ago, that bull break took place. This is the highest bull volume that we've seen in a long time, and now we're looking at 1980. And if 1980 can break, that will be notable for a shift. And actually, you know what? It's not going to be notable on the weekly time frame. It will be notable on the daily, but I would consider that this bounce, no matter what, is pretty much going to form a weekly lower high, with exponential resistance being a guide that has rejected the price consistently. So Ethereum leading the way. Litecoin bulls are looking at the Ethereum, USD, and BTC charts and saying, I hope that's what our charts look like, and I hope we play the laggard game and see the same thing happen. XRP is still in a daily equilibrium. We came very close to a bull break, but we did not get it. We have a double top now at that level. So this equilibrium has been playing out for almost 6 weeks, and a break is imminent, and the bulls have to hold 251. So another pattern, just like Bitcoin, we could form a daily higher low and stay within this tightening range most of this coming week. So all about 251 support and 267 resistance, and you better believe that if we break this bullish, it will be notable, and I would expect a decent little bit of follow through from the XRP bulls if this pattern tightens up and then gets a bull break. BNB is still bearish. Daily range to be watching is our low of 1965. We never changed the daily trend. All we did was bounce, cool off RSI levels, and set another lower high. So if Binance here drops down to a lower low under 1965 convincingly, that's going to, again, I'm always looking at probabilities, and my probability needle for Ethereum and Litecoin setting their monthly higher lows will drop back a little bit less likely if Binance continues downward and continues to drop to lower lows. I'm more confident that a Litecoin and Ethereum monthly higher low can form if Bitcoin can give me some confidence that its monthly higher low has formed as well. So if we can hold 1965 and break 2125, that would be a good sign, but we are heading down to that support level right now. Also going to be keeping an eye on the potential of a daily falling wedge. And a daily falling wedge is just showing bearish exhaustion where the bears are unable to get significant follow through on lower lows. So if we were, for example, to break 1965 and get no follow through, then I would be looking for the potential of a bullish entry because, again, we already saw a bear break of 2088. We didn't get a ton of follow through to the downside, so watching to see if something similar happens as well. So I will be keeping an eye on Binance. Even though I'm not trading it, I'm looking for clues for other altcoins that could be derived from Binance's action. Remember, Binance was the first bull, one of the first bulls, and certainly the strongest bull to show up early 2019, and then the crypto space followed. So keeping an eye on it for that reason. EOS, very healthy daily consolidation, led to continuation. Anything on the daily chart now over 368 is just a daily higher low. So bulls have space to work with. We zoom out to the weekly chart. Weekly resistance is 3, make that 458, and that's the next most important resistance level. If we cannot break that resistance, it'll be the potential of an inverse head and shoulders. Let's look at it on the daily time frame. Let's change. This is the 3-day chart, just a little bit more condensed, and this is what I would be talking about. Left shoulder, actually 478 is what I would call the neckline. Here's our head. If we reject from 478 and have to pull back for a higher low, I'll be watching for something like that to indicate a longer term trend change. But as of right now, the daily chart, just fine for these bulls, and consolidation currently underway. Do we have the 4-hour uptrend intact? We do not, but the bulls are loving the reaction to losing the 4-hour uptrend straight into a bounce, which is keeping the daily consolidation healthy at this point. So overall, Bitcoin still anticipating a tightening daily range. Ethereum is leading the way out of some of the major altcoins, or at least Ethereum compared to Litecoin. EOS is leading the way as well. Binance still weak, heading down to test its recent low. XRP, same daily equilibrium that Binance is in, not the same, or let's try that again. XRP is in a similar daily equilibrium to Bitcoin, but even a bit tighter, and Litecoin trying to follow ETH's lead on both the USD and BTC pairings. So I appreciate you tuning in. Just a quick little check-in here. Again, we'll be just patiently waiting for a more significant break on Bitcoin and anticipating that the action could slow for the next couple of days if we remain in this tightening pattern. So we'll end it off here with some playing of the guzheng. I don't think I posted that on a crypto video yet. This is a Chinese instrument that I've been messing around with, and someone, I think one of our members, put it on the Wikipedia page for the guzheng now. There's a picture of me playing it, which is funny. So we'll check back in when we get some kind of change from here, but short-term, Ethereum bulls and EOS bulls standing out. We'll see if Litecoin can follow. Do good things.